Hey everybody, Mike here. Wanted to do a quick review on both these hoverboards that my kids got for Christmas as a gift. They're two different models, so I want to do a quick little comparison and kind of show you what the key differences are between these. It may or may not affect you depending on how big your child is or if this is for you yourself. So let's go over these real quick. I'll tell you a couple specs that are key to know and you guys can make the decision for yourself. They're both Hover-1 boards. They call this one here a high drive, whereas this one here they call a high star. There's only a few key differences to these. They're kind of big. So here's what we got. On this high star model, this one's rated up to 220 pounds, whereas this one here is only 160. So if you're an adult wanting to ride this thing, depending on what your weight is, you might want to consider going with the one that's got the higher weight on it. Both of them, the minimum weight is 44 pounds. The other thing to take note on is the battery size on both of these. This one here has a 4 amp hour battery in it, whereas this one's only got a 2. Now where that's going to come into play is number one, if you're putting more weight on this, you're going to need more battery. It's going to consume more to be able to push that weight around. Whereas this lighter one here has half the battery size. They both go 7 miles an hour, but this one here is going to have almost close to double the amount of distance it can travel, depending on the person on there and how much they weigh though. Both my kids are well under the weight. In fact, my son's only 7 and he is running this one here. My daughter is 9 and she's running this one. They're both well under 100 pounds and fit the weight rating on both of these. Now where that comes into play though is my son's able to get almost double the amount of runtime out of his before he has to charge his, whereas my daughter has to charge hers a little more frequently. So keep that in mind. They picked these out themselves. We didn't really pay attention to specs when we got them. That was kind of on us. That's only been like the one regret that I think I've got on these is the fact that my son gets to ride his longer than my daughter does when they've got these out and playing with them. The other neat feature that this blue one has that the black one doesn't is the fact that the wheels on the end here light up. So when I turn that thing on, you can see the wheels light up like so. Whereas on this one here, it's just a solid black wheel that doesn't light up. So that's also something to keep in mind. When you turn these things on, they kind of go through like a self-calibration and level themselves. The power button's back here on the back next to the charge port. And you see how it kind of just flips up and levels out. And once it beeps and they get the green light on top, you're ready to go. And basically this thing's just a pressure switch. So if you kind of rock forward, it'll roll forward, you rock back, it rocks back like so. And then you can make it spin by simply pushing one versus the other. And it'll spin like that. Both kids have gotten pretty good on him. In fact, they kind of just stepped on them and kind of almost already knew what they were doing, which surprised the heck out of me because I didn't think they'd ever been on one before. So my theory is the smaller the person, or in the case with the kids, the better they're going to be on this thing quicker. My wife's tried to get on these things a few times now. It's kind of funny and humorous. I try not to laugh at her, but I do anyways. I don't dare get on these things. I value my life too much, so I stay clear. My time playing on one of these is past. But other than that, that's really about all there is to it. The charge time on them is pretty similar. It takes about 5 hours to charge this one. I believe this one's 6 hours. There's like an hour difference between them as far as your charge time goes. I think this one's advertised as being able to travel up to 3 miles. This one's I think closer to 6 miles, which makes sense with being double the battery life. Both kids have had a blast with these things. They love playing on them. Like any other toy, assess the risk and decide whether it's right for your kiddo or not. It takes a little balance and some practice to kind of get the hang of it. But like I said, both my kids are whizzes on these now. That's all I've got for you today. Hopefully that was somewhat helpful for you. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.